What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video of MLB The Show 2022. I almost said 21, but this year is 22. This is our fourth game, I believe, for some reason, and I don't know how, but my record is somehow like at the time of this video and before me recording the game, my record was like 1-2. I don't know where I took an extra loss from. I know I'm 1-1, but I don't know what happened to that extra loss, and I don't have any memory or recollection of it. But you know, it's still early on in the season. There's a lot more baseball games to be played, and hopefully we can pick up a victory here, man. So in today's matchup, we have the Chicago White Sox going up against the Seattle Mariners, and up to bat first is Tim Anderson. This is a guy is one of the few baseball players that I know. Like, there's not a lot of baseball players that I know. Like, you have the recognizable name like Bryce Harper, Shohei Ohtani, and then of course I know the Marlins players, Sandy Alcantara, Pablo Lopez, Jesus Aguilar. And you know, when it comes to those guys, when it comes to players and players really outside of that, I don't really know anyone. Like, if I see the names might be familiar if I watched them a long time ago or if I was younger. And look at this first home run, Luis Robert sending that one deep. Tim Anderson got on base, and that's a 2-run shot for us to left field, and we have a nice little lead. 2-0 on my opponent. He's just sending those pitches right down the middle of the plate. I'm just taking advantage of that early on to begin with. So the pitcher for him is Logan Gilbert. Never really heard of this guy. Like I said, like, if I do know any of these baseball players, they would have to have played like in the early 2000s or around mid 2010s. Other than that, I'm not really familiar, and this is why I want to kind of get back into baseball a bit more, because basketball season is going to be over soon, and then we don't have no football during that time, and I don't really watch hockey like that. So the next thing for me is really baseball. But I do like soccer too, and I do play FIFA. I've been playing FIFA 21. I need to play FIFA 22. I did buy the game, but I think I returned it because I didn't really like how the game was playing, and I kept getting beat. Like, I'm not that great of a FIFA player, and the things they be doing on FIFA is kind of unrealistic. Like I said, EA Sports, they're not the best at making sports games, especially when it comes to Madden. Madden, I know for sure I could talk bad about, but FIFA, I don't know if it's just my skill level or if it's just me. But FIFA 22 was a lot harder for me to play because I just kept going up against guys who were pretty good and pretty solid. And you can see my opponent here. I put that one over the middle of the plate again, and he made me pay. I believe that was a slider. Not where I wanted it to go. I wanted to play with the edges, but he was still able to hit a home run. And so now the score is 2-1. And in this game particular, I don't know if it was just because I was playing with the White Sox and my opponent had the Mariners, but the hitting in this game seemed kind of easy. And I say I don't know what it could be, because it could also be the hitting difficulty that was chosen by my opponent, because I have the hidden difficulty. I have all those settings before you hop into a match set to any. The only thing I do adjust is quick counts. I just don't like quick counts because you can't get a good rhythm or feel if you're just hopping from a 2-2 count and then you go to a 2 out and you're down 0-2. Then you jump to like another batter who's in a full count situation. Another home run there, making the score 4-1. Tim Anderson sending that one deep to middle field, 406 feet, man. And that one took some time to get out the park, but that one got over the wall and gave us another 2-point lead. So 4-1, as I mentioned earlier. And up to bat is Luis Robert again, and he might send that one, but that is way short of the wall, and that's gonna do it for that inning there. So we're looking pretty good, man. Bottom of the second we're going into, and now let's talk about the pitching here. This is Dallas Keuchel. You know, I don't know him either, but he's a left-handed pitcher, and I did struggle with him early on, and that's a obvious sign as my opponent already has a home run. But you can say the same thing for my opponent. He's struggling with his pitcher, considering I have 4 runs in the bottom of the second. So not really a pitching and defensive battle, but kind of more like an all-star game or like a offensive game. A lot of hits in this game. Very much enjoyable to play when you have a lot of hits going on, and it's not just a pitch and duel every time. But I do love the close and competitive MLB games. Those games are very fun and intense to play. So Dallas Keuchel on the mound did his thing. Didn't really do a bad job to start off. Part of the reason why my opponent had that one run was because I just got a little bit too nervous and just should have just thrown it out the zone. Tim Anderson getting across to the first baseman, and that's going to be the last out. And now we're headed all the way to the bottom of the third, back to when my opponent is hitting again. So the score remains 4-1, 1-0 count. Keuchel to pitch. 22nd pitch underway, and that is a cutter, all the way on the right side of the zone, out of the box. And my opponent did not do a good job of recognizing what was out of the zone and what was in the zone. It kind of felt like he was just guessing best based off my tendencies, like maybe on the first batter or on the first pitch I would throw it out the zone, and then I would throw it in the zone on the next pitch, and then he would probably remember that and take into account next batters coming down the line. But you can see there, that's a circle changeup. That one all the way out the zone, he just swings at it, and now he's trying to guess the pitch. And so against Tom Murphy, I'm not trying to put this one in the zone. I want to play with the edges, but Dallas Keuchel accuracy was not the best, man. And I know he's not the best pitcher on the Chicago White Sox, but the way they have it set up is that, I guess in real life MLB, the pitchers who pitch in real life, their stamina gets affected in online rated. So I can't automatically just choose the best guy, or that's kind of how I think it works. So Keuchel gives up another home run, man. Tom Murphy just sends that one deep to left field, and that's going to make the game 4-2. So I don't know, maybe can someone explain that in the comment section, how pitchers' stamina work in online rated, like pre-game? Because sometimes the pitcher stamina will be like halfway, and I never even played with the guy before. So that's one thing I'm trying to learn more about MLB, and maybe if I do a quick Google search, I'll get my answer. So back to my opponent, bottom of the fourth, 4-2. Tom Murphy last to hit a home run and last to score. So Keuchel still in the game. I'm not too confident with this 4-2 lead because how easy hitting has been in this game. But, I still have a good amount of confidence that I could just hit a couple more home runs and just make my opponent quit. So, bottom of the fourth, 1 out, 0-1 pitch. Now, Keuchel, 36 pitches, 37th underway here. That one bit inside the zone. Tim Anderson again. That's going to be an easy out for us, and that is the second out of the bottom of the fourth. So now brings to bat J.P. Crawford. So Keuchel doing good on energy and doing good on confidence. Gave up 2 home runs, but we're looking fine right now, and that's only going to boost his confidence and conserve his energy. When he doesn't have to pitch for 10 pitches on one batter, that's going to help him a lot, and that's going to boost our confidence with Keuchel, and that's going to lead us to keeping him in the game a lot longer. So moving on to the top of the fifth, Josh Harrison. Now that one is a line drive right field, getting past the shortstop and the first baseman, and heads to right field, and where Josh Harrison is on first base. So man on first base, 0-2 count, 1 out now. Top of the fifth, Luis Robert. That one, I got saved by the ref there, by the umpire. I like to say ref when they're called the umpire. I don't know, it's just a football and basketball thing. So Robert looks at the slider outside the zone. So I think I did a pretty good job of recognizing what pitches were going to be outside the zone. That one clearly outside the zone. The catcher can't even handle it, and now it's a 4 count. So let's see what he do. Does he put it in the zone? Does he put it outside? Does he walk me? Let's see. Robert sends that one to left field, right there in the middle of the zone, top left of the zone, but my PCI was in the middle of it, and we sent that one over the wall again. Luis Robert. I might have to play with the Chicago White Sox a bit more, man. Curveball. That one gets sent out, and that's 376 feet over the wall, and that's another home run for us. So now the game is 6-2, man. We're just hitting like crazy. Like I said, I don't know if it's just the White Sox. Are they that good of a hitting team? I know they're popular in real life, but I don't know. I don't know. The only team I really watch is the Marlins, and I kind of barely watch them. The only time I watch them is like when there's no football or basketball on. So Andrew Vaughn up to bat, top of the sixth, and let's go ahead and send that one out the park again. Moonshot over the wall once more. And my opponent, I'm surprised he's still in this game, man. It's getting ridiculous now. So now we're back on the defensive side. Ronaldo Lopez up to bat, up to pitch, excuse me. Now 2 outs, 0-0. His first pitch coming in. That's just horrible accuracy by me, man. I had him warming up, and then I took him down, and then brought him back into the game. And now we're in a bad situation. Bases loaded. You've seen that we've been hitting home runs. 0-1 count. Lopez, nice little curveball. Got that one inside the zone. My opponent still swung at that. Would have been a strike regardless. 0-2 count. That one is sent to right field by J.P. Crawford. And that should be a routine fly ball for Engel. And that's going to end it. And that's going to be the end of the game. My opponent did end up quitting after that. And I knew he was going to quit because he had bases loaded and he just couldn't pull through. So I want to really thank you guys for watching and supporting me and sticking with me through the videos. And I will see you in the next one.